Hey, happy Tuesday. I didn't vlog yesterday because I had so much going on yesterday. Baby girl went back to daycare, completely just fell apart. She fell apart the entire day. When I went to go pick her up, her teachers were like, she wasn't having a good day. She cried a bit, which I'm not surprised. We were with my family for 3 months. And she was so good at not being in daycare when she was younger, because it was just the two of us. And she just couldn't not be in daycare. She could not be used to the environment, because I needed that support. So she did very, very well. And then of course when COVID came around, all of that changed. So now she has to get back readjusted. But I'm glad, because she's gonna have that opportunity to gain those social skills with kids her age. And that's why I think daycare is so important, because it helps them developmentally. So I'm very much so about making sure that she has the opportunity to engage with as many kids as possible. And they're doing a lot of great things, especially in the light of this pandemic still going on. So I'm really happy about that. Let's see what's on the schedule for this week. So I'm still working remotely because my job is not open back up. So it gives me the opportunity to work on a lot of different things. So I think what I'm about to do is I'm going to cook breakfast, sit down and look at some things for work, answer some emails. I have been listening. So I have finished already a book this week. Yesterday, I finished Solo by Kwame Alexander, which is an amazing book. If you guys have not read it, it is phenomenal. The audiobook was, it was really, really great, because it was full-length music that was written by Kwame, which I thought was super cool. And then I am listening to Not So Simple by Lamar Giles. I've been saying Giles, but I think it's Giles or Gills. I have to look up the pronunciation of his last name, because I've been saying Lamar Giles and I'm pretty sure that that's wrong. I have to listen to the audiobook again and make sure I get his last name right. But that one is a really, really good one too. I'm enjoying it because it's really discussing a lot about toxic masculinity and the lack of sex education that happens in our educational system. So I'm really into it. I'm about 3 hours into that one, and it's 11 hours. So I have about 8 hours left. So while I'm cooking breakfast and getting some things done, I probably will continue to listen to that. I really want to finish. So there was this whole thing about this discussion about white fragility, which I think everybody has seen on Twitter. I'm going to finish the book. It's the history major part of me that needs to finish the book. Even if some aspects of it did make me feel uncomfortable, like hearing a white narrator use the N-word, it is a jarring type of situation. But I think that I'm gonna do some more exploration of the book itself. So I'm already 60% into it, so I'm going to probably knock that out sometime this week as well. I also want to start my reading of Stamped from the beginning, because the first section of that needs to be done by Juneteenth, and I also need to finish White Rage, which needs to be done by Juneteenth. So I have 2 nonfiction books that are pretty much lined up that I need to get done, and I'm going to focus on finishing those this week. I think that I do want to start, I'm thinking that I want to start maybe one of the Aru Shah books. I need to look at a calendar. I think I need to outline again what my expectations are. I need to go back and rewatch my TBR video and then outline what my expectations for each book are going to be by the end of the month. So yeah, I feel like I'm dredging you guys with information, but I feel like so much has happened in this last 48 hours. My battery charger for my camera should be coming by Thursday. My mom sent it back to me, and I think I need to get a new battery for that camera, because the battery life is going to complete shambles now. So I'm pretty sure that I need to get a new battery pack. Because it's not holding a charge I remember when I first got that camera, the battery was holding a pretty good charge, and now it seems like it's not holding a charge that well anymore. So there's that. And then also last night we did the live show for the race and inclusion panel on my channel, which was Erica's channel is The Broken Spine. I'll make sure I link her down below. It was her brainchild. Like, she reached out to me and asked me like if it was something I would be interested in doing, and I was so excited that, you know, she thought to reach out to me and ask me if I would be interested in hosting and having it on my channel. And I'm glad we had the conversation. We had such good discussions last night. If you guys have not watched it yet, I'll make sure that I link it in the card symbol above. But I think that everybody has pretty much, that I know of. I mean, there's people in the booktube community that I don't know, but a lot of people that I communicate with were present or watched the live stream after the fact. So I appreciate everybody's attendance. That was a great conversation, a conversation that needed to happen, and one that hadn't really been done in the booktube community as long as I've been here. So I also am thinking about hosting a read-along, not a read-a-thon, but a read-along for the Coldest Winter Ever books. I've been kind of gauging, like, if people wanted to reread the book, or if, and I've been subtly doing it, just if people wanted to reread the book, or if they were interested in possibly, and possibly maybe reading the rest of the series. So because I got some really great feedback about that, I am going to put something together for today and do an unofficial thoughts about, you know, having a read along. And it would be something that probably we wouldn't do until August, because I know my next month stuff is already going to be jam-packed. So I know that that's not going to be a thing that I'm going to be able to do in July. So we probably will do The Coldest Winter Ever and her sisters, A Deeper Love, which is, and all these are companions. Something about doing those two, and then maybe doing a live show talking about those two, and then the next month in September reading the 3 midnight books, and then doing a live show about those 3. So I'm gonna compile that together, maybe get an image created, and then drop it on Twitter and see how people are feeling. So yeah. All right, y'all. I will check in later. I actually got some book mail, so probably gonna have a clip of me opening that book mail, but I will check in later. Hey y'all, so I'm back with some book mail. I know my face isn't in it, but just the way that I was able to get the camera set up. So I ordered these books. I've been waiting for them for what feels like forever. I don't know. No postal services right now are moving kind of, well, they should be picking back up since everything's opening back up, but I know people, they've been overwhelmed with that. So the first book that I have is Nalo Hopkinson's book Midnight Robber, which I'm super excited to read because I don't read a lot of speculative fiction, especially Black speculative fiction, and I am super excited to pick this one up. I think the first person that I saw talk about it was Musical Tati, and then I know Injuri from Onyx Pages does have an interview with Nalo on her page, so I'll link both of their channels down below. But I'm excited. I think I'm going to be buddy reading this one in August. And I have some more stuff on the way, y'all. I just have been putting in some orders for some stuff. Ooh, okay, so this is the older cover, which is fine. I wasn't expecting the older cover, but that's okay. So this is How It Went Down by, I want to say Kekla Magoon. I may have to look at the pronunciation, but this is about a young boy named Tariq Johnson who dies from 2 gunshot wounds, and he dies because a white person has killed him. And this is kind of fitting for the times. I've seen this in a library. I just never picked it up, and then when I started looking more into it, I was like, I just kind of wanted my own physical copy of it. So I went and found a used copy of it, and there's a second book that just came out, I believe, last year maybe. a second book. The second book to that came out. I think that's right. And this one, I haven't really seen anybody talk about on YouTube, which I'm shocked. This one is Finding Yvonne by Brandy Colbert. And this is about, of course, a girl by the name of Yvonne. She's a violinist. She's about to graduate from high school, and she's having some doubts about getting into a musical conservatory after high school. So she ends up actually meeting a street musician who understands what she's going through, and then I think this is more like a coming of age book, which is great. I have Little in Line by Brandon Colbert already that I have not read, but I really not only love this cover, but I also thought that it would just be an interesting book to read. So, but as my stuff comes in, y'all, some other stuff that I have coming in, I'll be sure to update you guys. Hey y'all, so I'm back again. You know, when I am not working in babies at daycare, I vlog a lot more. I noticed that. That's just kind of a, excuse me, my allergies, that's been kind of a thing. So, I just got something in the mail, and cleaning it off. I still clean off everything with bleach and soapy water. Just a habit now. Alright, so I actually got my first Sips By box. I've seen it a lot across, let me put this down right there. I've seen it a lot across booktube, and I'm a tea drinker, so I was like, why not try it out? Try to get this open. Okay. So, this is the June teas. This is specifically made for me. They gave me 4, so they said, we hope you enjoy these summer sips, Ashley. We know this summer will be different than most and hope tea brings you comfort. Whether you're drinking it iced to beat the heat or enjoying a warm cup of inside. Okay, so I can share this and win a free month, which is nice. They're not bad. It's $15 a month, but you get a lot of tea. So they sent me, the first one that I got is, they got me honey ginseng green tea by the Republic of Tea. It's 1 bag per 8 ounces of water. The flavors include, let's see, China green tea, linden flowers, pollen. Wow. I'm allergic to pollen. So hopefully this doesn't make me feel like crap. In ginseng and honey flavor. So that one's low caffeine. And then they gave me 4 packs of energy tea, which is by Your Tea. It's green tea, American ginseng, tangerine peel, a lot of flower, mint, lemon. That one sounds good. Lint, not lint, mint, lemon, and lavender. So that's definitely one that I'm gonna be interested in drinking, and it contains caffeine, but I don't think it's as much caffeine because there's one that they gave me that's high caffeine. All right, so they gave me also 4 packs of orange and ginger. I love ginger tea, y'all. I'm a ginger tea freak. I have ginger tea in my cabinet right now. I love ginger tea. And it was, oh gosh, it's so good. So this is orange and ginger, and it's by Otius, I don't know, but it's caffeine free, and it has apple pieces in it, carrot flakes, white hibiscus, orange peels, candy ginger pieces, freeze-dried orange pieces, pink pepper, and ginger, and it's a fruit tea. Oh, I may drink that one right now. because, oh, that's going to be so good. I cannot wait to try that one. That one's going to be really, really good. And the last one that they gave me was Cinnamon Rose Black Tea. And this is by Miss Tea. And this is a high caffeine one, which maybe I should really be drinking this one because I'm super tired right now. And they gave, it's black tea, orange peel, cinnamon, cocoa, and rose petals, all organic. Oh, that is going to be so good. That's going to be so, so good. Okay, and then they also gave me bags for Miss Tea. So that's really great, y'all. I'm so excited. That's my first box. I think I'm going to continue getting it at least for a few months because I want to try new teas, but when I go in the store to get tea, I'm like, I don't know where to start. I don't know what to get. So that's super exciting. I'm answering YouTube comments still, so don't expect much from me at this moment as far as reading goes, but I'll check in later. Don't judge me. I look like a mess, but I'm still answering comments from just hundreds of comments. I have always been the type of person who likes to be personable, but this is hard. It's a lot more than what I'm used to. So I haven't read anything today, really. I'm still listening to Not So Pure and Simple, and I would say I'm close to 50% into that one, and it's really good. It's really, really good. I think it handles the concept of toxic masculinity very, very well. And I think it creates this interesting conversation surrounding religion and sex ed. I think it's a very polarizing conversation that is within the framework of this book. So I am catching up on booktube videos and commenting, and it's 1:25 in the morning. So I'm thinking that I'm gonna give myself the 2:30 limit because baby girl will get up at 3:30, 4:35, probably about 7:30-ish, a little after 7. So it still gives me a solid 5 hours of sleep. And then I'm still working remotely, so when I drop her off daycare, I come back home. So yeah, but I'm gonna keep working. I'm not gonna check back in. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Somebody wanted to tell y'all hey. You say hey? Hey. Say hey. Say hey. So it is Wednesday and I haven't checked in today. We've been hanging out a little bit since I picked her up from daycare. She's adjusting. It's a little hard right now, but we're gonna roll with the punches. As far as my reading is concerned, I am almost an hour and a half left of Not So Pure and Simple, and I was so about to give it 3 stars, but I think I'm gonna give it 3.5. It's not quite a 4 for me because the main character Dell, he's kind of frustrating. He's not kind of frustrating, he's just straight frustrating. So I couldn't justify it. But I do like this new dynamic that's being introduced. I don't want to say too much about it because I don't want to spoil it, but I am thinking about doing like a full vlog, full review on it. But other than that, I've been trying to answer these YouTube comments, okay? And the YouTube comments on my Being Black and booktube, and it's so hard. I don't know how some creators just in general, just not even a booktube, but just a YouTube, like I know people just stop answering comments, but I always feel so bad like not engaging with people. So I'm trying to answer the comments, but I've been doing it for 2 days, and then I just posted a reading vlog today, And I think it's been up for maybe like going on 3 hours now, and there's over 30 comments on that already. So I'm trying. I am trying to keep up, but I don't know how much I'll be able to keep up. So I apologize if you comment and I somehow miss you, or I'm trying to at least like heart every comment, but it's a lot of work and it's just a lot. And like I try to do it during the day, but you know, I'm still working from home, so that kind of takes time away. And then when we get home, like, you know, this is our time to kind of hang out. So maybe I'll figure it out. I'm not sure. So the plan for the rest of the night is we're about to do bath time, then she eats, then we do story time, music, and then she goes down. And then when she gets finished or when she goes to sleep, I have not started any of my physical books off of my TBR. I have been listening, like, when I'm filming my mid-month wrap-up on Sunday, and I feel like every book that I'm going to talk about in my mid-month wrap-up is an audiobook, because it's just, it's all right, ooh. It's okay. What's wrong? The elephant being mean, or you want to come say hi? There you go. So I definitely, and it's been so much, just a lot of other stuff that I'm kind of helping with. I'm helping with a readathon that's happening next month, which I'm super, super excited about. I'm glad that I was offered. So I've been thinking of some stuff for that. And then I have some other stuff that I'm working on with other people. I am doing a Sister Soldier read along starting in August of this year, and I have to finalize the details for that. I am doing that with Deidra, and I'll make sure that I link her channel either down in the description or up in the card symbol. Make sure you go check her out and subscribe to her channel. So Deidra and I are doing that together, and I have to finalize some stuff for that. And then it seems like it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff going on. So I haven't picked up any of my physical books, so that needs to be something that I do relatively soon. And I just got a tweet saying that I need to read Allegedly by Tiffany D. Jackson, and my initial goal was to read Monday's Not Coming, but now I'm being told to read Allegedly first, and a lot of people have commented saying that Allegedly like tore them apart. So I may start Allegedly tonight, but I know I'm definitely gonna finish Not So Pure and Simple tonight though, because it's only an hour and a half left, and I'm listening to it at 1.75. So, and my child's over here tearing up. So these are like my old journals from like middle school, and daughter's tearing it to shreds. And I don't have the heart to stop her because a lot of this stuff is pretty cringy, and if she tears it, that's my excuse to say why I didn't keep it. But I will do a check-in later this evening after she goes to sleep. Hey y'all, so this is a random check-in. Clearly my eyes are kind of red. It's kind of late. It's like a little after 11, but I'm not tired yet. The baby's been sleeping. I finally semi-caught up, because every time I refresh there were more comments. I will never be able to keep up. So, but I did get the biggest bulk of them answered, which I'm happy about. So I started listening to Catherine House because I did end up finishing Not So Pure and Simple by Lamar Giles. I was going to say Giles, but it's Giles. So I'm going to mark that as read in Goodreads. I get very, very slack about doing that stuff, and I need to be better about doing it because I get slack. So I'm gonna do that, and then I want to commit tonight. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but I want to commit to reading 50 pages of White Rage and 50 pages of Stamped from the beginning. I really do. So in order to do that, I need a beverage. So you guys saw earlier that I got my first Sips by box, and I tried the cinnamon rose, and it was really, really good. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. But now I'm going to try the orange and ginger. I love ginger tea, so I'm hoping that I enjoy this one. And then probably before the week is over with, what I'll do is I'll try the next two flavors that I have, which is the honey ginseng and the energy tea. So we'll see. But I do know that the cinnamon, I wish there was more of this one, because the cinnamon rose is really, really good. So I'm going to save that one for last. I don't want to use too much of that one, because I think I probably have like 2 more cups of that. So I'm going to do that, and then I will check in before I go to sleep, hopefully. Hey y'all, so it's Thursday. I just dropped baby off at daycare. I don't know whether she's adjusting or not. It's kind of one of those things where like she's having severe separation anxiety, and it really does have a lot to do with, you know, with the pandemic and with COVID. Like, she was used to being with me all the time, and now, you know, but I'm hoping that maybe by the end of next week, like, she'll realize that we have an established routine. So fingers crossed for that. My agenda for today is, because I was able to answer most of those YouTube comments, I still got a smaller chunk to go through, but for the most part, I got through a good bit of them. So I really want to focus on getting some reading done, especially because Juneteenth is next week, and I need to have my readings with White Rage, White Fragility, and Stamped from the Beginning done. What's so crazy is that I meant to read it, like when you guys saw that last clip, like I definitely meant to read last night, but I literally fell asleep on the couch. And the only reason why I woke up is because baby girl woke up. So other than that, I really didn't get any reading done. I had been going to bed pretty late every night, like late as in like 2 o'clock in the morning type of late. So I'm glad that I finally was able to get some sleep. I do have a work meeting this morning, a virtual meeting this morning. So hopefully in figuring that out, I think I have one package in the mail that's book related, and I think the other package is my charger for my battery. So I probably will end up filming today, because I want to get I do need to film today because I want to get my double review of All Boys Aren't Blue and Hood Feminism up. But let me take a pause and talk about people who troll. So every time I make one of these videos in the past, you guys know, like for my video, I've been doing this for a while, like me kind of speaking out about how the booktube community is structured. Well, I think that the video that I just made has been recommended to people who are not even in the booktube community. So I'm getting a couple of trolls commenting some really stupid stuff. And I'm just not the one. Like, I'm not the one at all. I'm very pleasant across screen, I hope. But I don't partake in the foolishness, and I don't deem that acceptable. So I usually rip people a new one, and they don't comment back because I ripped them a new one. So I had one yesterday that I kind of dug into, and then I got another one this morning telling me that all lives matter, and that basically he commented and said, what type of oppression have you faced? So after my meeting, or while I'm in my meeting probably, I'm gonna rip him a new one too. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much the plan for today, is to focus on getting through a big chunk of White Rage and Stamped from the beginning. White Fragility, I may wait to listen to that when I go pick up Baby Girl, because I'm currently listening to, like I said last night, Catherine House. I'm about an hour into it, and it's really strange. It's this school that these kids apply to. They attend for 3 years, and it's supposed to be, it started off as a disciplinary experiment, but you can kind of already tell, like, some of the students that are upperclassmen are very strange. And the main character, whose name it escapes me because I'm horrible with character names, her roommate, first of all, her roommate's name is Baby, like Baby from Dirty Dancing type Baby. And Baby's weird. Baby's very, very strange. But I think the school is strange as well. Like, there's something about the school clearly that's not right. So I'm really interested in seeing where this goes. It does not have good reviews. I checked on Goodreads, and it's not that I take Goodreads reviews with a grain of salt, but I also do understand that there have been times when Goodreads ratings have been abysmal, if I could talk this morning. And I actually ended up enjoying the book. So it's not that I take them with a grain of salt, because there's some people on Goodreads where, like, we have the same reading taste, and usually if they don't like it, I won't like it either. But I think that it's only like at a 3.21. So that's gonna make for an interesting analysis once I get finished. I can't tell yet what genre this is supposed to be. I'm thinking it's a thriller, but I can't tell just yet. But it does have like a gothic type vibe to it. But if you guys haven't, this is Elizabeth Thomas's debut novel. I think she's a Harvard graduate, Black writer. So we'll see how I feel about it. So I just dropped Baby off at daycare. She did a lot better today, and I know that she's getting used to it, because when I dropped her off, because we don't go in a room, like the teacher comes to the door and comes and gets them and does temperature check and stuff. And it was so interesting because when the door closed and I had walked away, she stopped crying. And she only started crying again because I went and I had to get her pacifier, and she saw me again. So she's fine. I think she's adjusting, and it's good for her to have the opportunity to be around other kids. So I am stopping right now to get gas because my tank is sitting on E almost. And I will do a check-in really quick. Just let me pump the gas first. Okay, and we're back. So I always get so intrigued about how many people do not wear masks when they go out, and I'm always so confused. I know that for some people it is an equity thing, not having access to materials to make a mask, or just not being able to get a mask. I know that was one of my biggest concerns when we just started talking about reopening plans for my library and requiring people to wear masks when they come into the building. But outside of that, I'm so surprised all the time about when I'm out and I notice all the people who just do not actively believe in wearing a mask right now, which is so crazy to me. We are still in the middle of a pandemic. But off my soapbox, plans for today. I have a video going up at around 3-ish, which is going to be a double review of Hood Feminism and All Boys Aren't Blue, and talking about the importance of intersectionality, which I am excited about. I had such an interesting time filming that video. I could not get my words out at all. You can't tell in the final edits, but it was a time and a half doing that. And then I'm gonna have a bonus video go up tomorrow for my currently checked out, because I hadn't done one of those in a very, very long time. So I felt like it was about time for me to update my currently checked out video. So anyway, what else am I thinking here? What else is on my mind currently? So I am reading Catherine House. I'm listening to this one on audiobook. It's by Elizabeth Thomas. I think I talked about that a little earlier in one of these vlogs. And so far, it's just weird. It has this haunting boarding school feel to it, but I don't understand the purpose of what this school is for. I think it's moving so slow that it's kind of hard to tell where the author is trying to go with this. I still can't even tell whether this is supposed to be a thriller or not. I don't know what the big mystery is, whether the mystery is just about how the school functions and why they recruit students. But for the most part, like, I just don't get it. And I'm engaged with the book. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm engaged with the text, but I'm not super engaged with her characters. The main character is just, she's so lackadaisical to the point that she reads like an ass, and and it's hard to feel any sort of empathy for the main character. And I don't know if that was Thomas's intention, but it was oh gosh, it was just a pain in the butt to listen to her. So I'm going to listen to that on the way home. I really need to start reading some physical stuff today. I don't know what has been going on. I have been doing everything under the sun except reading my TBR. Like, I really don't know what I've been doing during the day, come to think of it. Well, I mean, outside of like, like working and stuff, I don't know when because I'm not working a full day. So I don't really know what I do with the rest of my time, especially when I don't leave to pick up my daughter until 4:30 every day. So I need to be more productive with my time, a lot more productive with my time. So I think that I really want to pick up something physically that needs to get done. I have to film my mid-month wrap-up this weekend, and I literally have only read, I think, 6 or 7 books, and they're all audio. And I know a lot of people are going to look at this and going to be like, 6 or 7 books is really good, but it's a little below what I'm used to reading by the midpoint of the month. So I've got to get it together. What I decide to read, I do not know, but I'll figure it out. Hey y'all, so I'm home. I'm making something to eat, and I think today I'm going to do a small comic, graphic novel, manga, read along just for myself. It's nothing special, but I have quite a few on my TBR for June, and I think today I'm just going to binge through some stuff. So my goal is to finish Nana Volume 5, to finish Food Wars Volume 8, Food Wars Volume 9, and Check Please. It usually only takes about 45 minutes to an hour to read a volume of manga, so we're gonna push, and we're gonna see if we can get it done. Hey y'all, so we're checking in. Say hey. Say hey, princess. Say hey. So we are headed to the park this morning because bless you, madam, because I just don't like staying in the house a lot, but I still don't want to be around crowds right now, because even in the midst of everything, we are still in the middle of a pandemic. So I figured that the park would be a good place for us to go just to walk around for a little while. So she's dressed. We just have to put her socks on. Got her little tutu on. So she just has to put her socks on, wash her face, and then we will be getting in the car, headed to the park. I have been reading. I finished Nana Volume 5 last night while she was asleep. Yeah, I finished Nana Volume 5. I started reading Check Please, which is, it's really, really cute. I did not realize how cute it was. I could see why everybody likes it. It's such a cute, it started off as a webcomic, correct? Somebody let me know. I think it started off as a webcomic. So it's really, really cute. I'm enjoying that. I'm a little over 53% into Catherine House, and I don't get it. I'm so confused right now. I do not get Catherine House. I've been begging people on Instagram and Twitter, like, if you've read it, please let me know without spoilers if you were just as confused as I am. And I didn't get any responses on Instagram, but I've been getting responses on Twitter, and people do not get it. I don't get it either. So it's just like, I don't want a DNF because it's enough to want, like, to make me keep reading, but I don't think I'm gonna end up rating it super high because I just don't get the purpose of it. Like, I don't get it. So maybe, hopefully I finish it today, because tomorrow I'll be filming my mid-month wrap-up, which will go up on Monday. So hopefully I do understand enough to do some sense of a coherent wrap-up. I'm hoping. And then after that, I think after that we're just gonna come home and hang out. What you been reading lately? We haven't been reading lately because Miss Thing is so tired from school that we don't get the opportunity to even read. So, yeah, I think that's it. That's pretty much our plan for the day. I really do want to finish Catherine House today. I need to finish White Rage and White Fragility. I have not made progress on either of those. And I need to, because the Juneteenth is next week, next Friday, and we're supposed to have both of those finished. So those need to be my focus starting on Sunday, and also the first section of Stamped from the Beginning. I read nonfiction. I've been reading a lot of nonfiction this year, but I read nonfiction so much slower. So it makes it a little bit more difficult for me to, like, read at the typical speed that I would read, because I'm trying to make sure I retain the information in nonfiction. And I decided to start White Fragility over again because there's just some points that I wanted to make note of when I do end up doing a review of it. Let me think what else. I think that's pretty much it. I do have a surprise video going up today. So I haven't announced that to anybody. Like, I usually just upload Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I have a surprise library haul going up today, which probably won't go up until later this afternoon because I didn't get a chance. I was so tired last night, I didn't get a chance to edit it. So I'm probably going to edit it when we get home from the park. And then it'll probably go up sometime this evening. I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. But I will check in later. Hey. So we're back home, and I had a package at the door from Amazon. I did not order anything from Amazon, so we're about to see together. Aha. Okay. So I do know what this is. This is for Vaultathon. There was a giveaway that Margaret did on her channel for Vaultathon, and it was for the group book, which is I Can Make This Promise. So yay, it came in. I'm so excited. So I'll be reading this one next week. I just wanted to do this quick unboxing, and we'll check in a second. Hey y'all, so this is not really the best lighting situation going on here, but I thought we would do check-in. I actually ended up making dinner. I made some baked barbecue chicken, cabbage, and broccoli. So that's what I've been doing. She took, I think, I can't remember whether she had taken a nap or whether she, whatever. It's almost time for bedtime. We already did bath time. She just finished her bottle and all that jazz. So we're about to read our books. We always read about 2 board books at night before we go to sleep. Before she goes to sleep, I say we. So I think tonight we may do Clifford's Animal Sounds. And let's see what else. Oh, this is one of her favorites. Vegetables and Underwear. So we're going to do those 2. And then we have some music that we listen to. And then it's time for us to go to sleep. So, let me say hey. Yeah. I finished Catherine House. I did not like it. I'm giving it 2 stars. I haven't marked it as anything on Goodreads yet, but I hated it. It had so much potential, but it was so atmospheric, and that's the part that I liked about it. But it just was not. It wasn't it. It wasn't cutting it. I just did not. I didn't enjoy it. So that was a waste of 11 hours. And I'm not going to get back. I'm so upset about that. So I also just wanted to talk briefly. There's some nonfiction books that I want to get to this year that I've been meaning to talk about. One of them is Wide Awake, which is an honest look at what it means to be white, written by Daniel Hill. So that one I'm interested in. I forgot that I even had a copy of that. And then, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm watching To All the Boys I Loved Before for the second one for like, I don't know how many times. I really, really love the movies. I also have this one, We're Not Yet Equal. I completely forgot that I had a copy of that. And then I put this one on my Instagram the other day, The Warmth of Other Suns, which I also had, and I did not realize. So these may be some nonfiction books that I try to get to next month. But I just wanted to ask if anybody had ever heard of, well, I know a lot of people have heard of The Warmth of Other Suns, but I don't know if anybody's heard of this one or this one. So just a random question out there. Although I have quite a few nonfiction. Oh, this one too, y'all. I'm so sorry. This is not supposed to be like a TBR, but another one that I really want to read. Lies my teacher told me. Everything your American history textbook got wrong. And this was the completely revised and updated. I really, really, really want to read that one in light of some things that I've seen. Simply because it covers some interesting stuff. Like, I think like the whole thing with like Christopher Columbus, and I'm trying to get to like, so Christopher Columbus, the truth about the first Thanksgiving, John Brown and Abraham Lincoln, the Vietnam War. I think I'm gonna have some serious nonfiction on my TBR for July, but we'll see. All right, let us do our story time, and then I will check in before I go to sleep tonight. I uploaded that my library book haul, which is the surprise video, because usually I only do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and it was a surprise video per se. am doing my final check-in for this vlog. I am sitting in front of my camera, not using my phone because I'm about to film my mid-month wrap-up. And I haven't done a check-in at all this today. I just haven't been in the mood. I don't know how you wouldn't have heard, but there's just so much going on in the world right now, and I just can't seem to process it, you know, with everything that's happening, finding people hanging from trees and then ruling stuff as a suicide, and Breonna Taylor's killers still haven't been convicted or charged with anything. And you know, I think I had put on Twitter today, I was like, I can't deal with today when black people are still basically getting lynched in America. So it was just a lot. So I just kind of took a step away, which is, I think it's appropriate sometimes to take a step back from stuff. But final reading update, what did I complete this week? I have mainly been doing everything on audio, it seems, this week. I did finish 3 audiobooks this week, 1 manga, started a graphic novel, and made some progress on White Rage and White Fragility. So I ended up finishing Solo by Kwame Alexander, Not So Pure and Simple by Lamar Giles, and Catherine House by Elizabeth Thomas. And then I end up finishing Nana Volume 5. I started Check Please, which is really, really cute. I'm about 137 pages into that, which I probably will end up finishing tonight. And then I am 22% into White Fragility. I started that one over. I was actually over 60% in. When I think I started this vlog, I was over 60% in, and then I was like, there's been a lot of conversation about it. I want to start it over. So I actually started the audiobook over, and now I'm about 22% in. And I'm close to 40% done with White Rage, which I think my goal is going to be to finish White Rage tonight. So we'll see how that all works out. I did get some book mail from, this is the first time that I've ever gotten book mail from a subscriber, which is really, really cool. And the note said, "Hi Ashley, we're picking up some of your recommendations, so wanted to send you some books in return as a pride present from some Portland gays. Love, Brenda and Valerie." That was really sweet, y'all. And they sent me The Stars Beneath Our Feet, which is a middle grade novel by David Barclay Moore. I've been meaning to read this one for a very, very long time. It won the Coretta Scott King Award, which I'm really excited about. And then this one was one that I really, really wanted. And everybody that, like, if I've been watching people's videos and they've had this book, I've been, like, commenting, like, I can't wait to get to that book. And they got me Felix Ever After by Kaysen Callender. As you guys know, I read King and the Dragonflies by Kaysen Callender. I think I read it last week, so I'll be talking about that in my mid-month wrap-up. But I am so excited for this one. It's so pretty. So these 2 books for Pride that I'm super excited to read. Gosh, I can't wait to read these. So thank you so much to the both of you. I really, really appreciate y'all. And I know I've seen like a lot of booktubers keep the notes so they remember where they got the book from. And I will be doing the same. I don't know if you guys have a Twitter or not. So maybe I'll put it on Twitter tonight and I'll just put your names in it and see if y'all follow me. Will you see it? Hopefully you will. But that's it, y'all, for this vlog. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you like it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content from me, hit the subscribe button. Remember that I upload videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Don't forget that I will now forever be including the links where you can sign petitions and donate down in the description box, as well as my social media. And I just hope that I hope things get better one day. I don't know when, but one day. But I'll be back with another reading vlog soon. Bye.